Kramer and I went to grad school together at USC. And, so we'd work together on a couple school projects. I think, we conducted for one another. And, we would do these various, little feature films and short films and trailers and stuff where one of us would write and the other person would mix or orchestrate or play an instrument for. But this was our first true collaboration as creatives.
Right.
And, we were pretty young kids when we first got this gig, and just, we figured it was best to, pool our resources together, because we did everything ourselves. TV is usually made in a factory of a lot of assistants and interns and everything like that, and we have both of those things now because our careers are but in the beginning we only had each other, and so we were just this team of two doing the work of 10. Speaking of.
Yeah. So yes, we definitely have help on this show. It's not just Jay and I. We've had some amazing musicians play on the score. There's been people playing ethnic woodwinds and violin and upright bass and just a whole host of things. And just besides the actual instrumentalists that play on the show, we also have there are people behind the scenes that are helping us with editing, or some of the more day-to-day things that still have to get done for the show in order to run smoothly, but we just don't have the physical time to do. So we do have an incredible support staff that's helping us with Ninjago.
That's interesting. We didn't turn it down. We actually didn't hear of it until it was too late. Lego, because of the success of Ninjago, they wanted to really kick media production into high gear, and so you kind of had a Lion King Pocahontas thing going on. Disney made Pocahontas and the Lion King simultaneously and just released them one after another. So Will Film, which is the production company, and Jam, which is the sound company, and us, we were all working full tilt on Ninjago's second season, right, when totally different companies were working on Ninjago. Chima, right, and Lego was overseeing them both. So obviously a production company can only do one animated series at a time. Probably same thing with sound mixers and stuff. Composers, depending on how much help you have, you can take on more than one show at a time, but it's okay.
Yeah.
No hard feelings. Dareth.
Why?
Do I really have to answer that?
Yeah.
He's amazing. Everything he says is funny. Yeah. Even the stuff that's not funny, it's funny just because of the way that actor says it. Yeah. He's hilarious. We all know a guy like Dareth that's just full of hot air but means well and ends up accidentally doing something good. I love Dareth. And Pythor.
Yeah. I think my favorite character is Nia, because the ninjas oftentimes have big heads, and somebody needs to put them in the boys in their place. So I love when Nia does that. So I think she's my favorite character. Good question.
Yeah. So we kind of outlined how we like to use. The human voice, I think, is the most emotionally evocative thing that you can possibly use in any music. So we try to employ that as much as possible, even though the opportunities can be pretty rare. We do use choir at some point. During the big epic, emotional kind of scenes and stuff. And we can't really talk much about this, but in the season 3, we actually use. We employ the services of a singer that's not either of us for a new character and a new relationship that we think you guys will really dig.
Yeah, so we don't necessarily we're not singing on the show, but we use other people sometimes for voices.
Well, I think everybody makes up music on their own. It's a natural thing. It's even just simple as as a mother singing to her baby. I think melody and a sense of sound is just part of the human experience. In terms of what got me into doing it professionally in this arena was Lord of the Rings. I didn't listen to too much classical music growing up, and so the whole idea of being able to tell a story in such rich detail just using music was a brand new thing to me. And then since, we went to, we got a conservatory education, you learn about opera and everything like that, which is the foundation for all of dramatic music today. But yeah, Lord of the Rings, so rich and so versatile. And I think that a lot of the, Howard Shore, the composer, his approach to how to assign different cultural aspects of music on Earth to the cultural aspects of the music in Middle Earth. It adds that richness and that multiculturalism and that variety that makes the score very, very unique and special and very deep, that you can listen to it over and over again and be able to find something new every time.
Yeah, totally. For me, I think what really got me inspired to do this as a career was when I was 10. I saw Jurassic Park in the theater, and that score made me feel things that I'd never felt before. It was kind of incredible, and I wanted to figure out how does a person do that? How does a person write music that can change you and make you feel things that you've never felt before? And so I wanted to figure out how that was done, and so that led me to be here.
Yeah, so we went to wizard school. It's very manipulative what we do.
Yeah.
We control people's emotions. It's scary. Kramer, do you want to pan the camera all around the studio?
So I play a bunch of instruments on the Ninjago score. I play a lot of the ethnic woodwinds. I've actually got a couple here I can show you guys. So this guy is called a dizi. It's a Chinese flute, and we use it a lot for the ninjas. So it sounds like this. It's got like a really bright, clear, and crisp sound, and it works well for the character of the ninjas. But not every flute sounds the same. So oftentimes we'll try to pair a particular flute with a particular character, and the qualities of that flute hopefully pair well with the qualities of the character. So when it came time to do Misako's melody, we actually used a different flute. This is called a quena. It's from South America, and it's got like a more soulful, kind of rich, throaty sound. It sounds like this. And something about just the sound of this flute, it felt right for Misako. It fit her character better. So,
yeah, assigning instruments to certain characters is one of the most important things that we do as musical storytellers. So even within the realm of like the good guys, the heroes of the story, you have so many different personalities. For instance, the dizi is a very bright, straightforward, heroic sound, which is appropriate for the ninja. Misako, she's not just a person herself, but she's also intertwined with a lot of history, a lot of family history with Lloyd and Garmadon, and because she's kind of a historian and an archaeologist, she's her identity as a character is so intertwined with the history of Ninjago itself, and so the quena's got such a more deep, soulful, ancient kind of sound. So one of the most fun jobs, about being a composer is you get to think, okay, who is this character? It's like being a psychologist. Who is this character exactly? Who are they? What is their motivation? What drives them? Why do they get up in the morning? And you try to find an instrument that best expresses that.
Yeah, totally. But Jay and I, we both play a lot of different instruments, and that's for me that's one thing that I love. It's one of my favorite things to do, actually, is trying to learn a new instrument and try to master it. I'm not really great at a lot of them, but I can play them well enough to get by for what we need for Ninjago. But I love the challenge of picking up something new and learning it. Yeah.
There's a lot of ambition in the music. As you can probably can tell, we're always trying to push, the intensity, and we're trying to push, the levels that the music goes and stuff. And we do that, just the same in our instrument choices and stuff. So we're always kind of living on the edge a little bit with what we're doing.
Pushing ourselves. Yeah.
Exactly. And the pace of the editing goes by so fast, and the pace of the story just goes by and stuff. So it's like we're pushing with the music just as hard as what the directors and the editors and the writers are doing.
Totally. Yeah, I actually I was in a band in Chicago before I came out to LA to do film and TV full time, and we played with the Full in a couple shows, and when we were working on Ninjago and we heard that they were looking for a band to do this theme song, it's just like instantly I knew these are the guys. They are perfect for it. So we got them in contact with Jam, the sound company that was producing the track, and they nailed it. They're perfect for it.
Yeah, now the Fold's really big.
Yeah.
They cut an EP with Lego, and now they're doing the Chicago Cubs theme song. They're flying, man.
Yeah, awesome, really talented guys.
Really nice dudes. Follow them on Twitter.